It was supposed to be a routine Senate hearing of the kind that fades into the endless noise of Washington politics. But on this particular day, something extraordinary unfolded. The chamber was quiet, the cameras rolling, and then, with a calm but unmistakably sharp tone, Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana leaned forward in his chair and said the words that would soon set the internet on fire. Across from him sat Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, known for her passionate and sometimes controversial takes on America's foreign policy and justice system. She had come prepared with her notes, statistics, and conviction. But she didn't expect what came next. Kennedy, famous for his Southern charm and razor-sharp wit, had spent the previous night doing something many politicians rarely do anymore: reading, researching, and preparing every single line of questioning with surgical precision. As the exchange began, viewers could feel the tension through the screen. Omar launched into her statement about the state of foreign relations and America's role in the world, her voice steady and confident. But Kennedy waited, patient as ever, letting her speak her piece. When she finished, he leaned forward, that faint half-smile playing at the corner of his mouth. "Congresswoman," he began, "you make some strong points a broken bar, but bless your heart, half of them just don't hold up when you look at the facts." The room went silent. The senator began listing off specific examples, referencing data, historical precedents, and even direct quotes from Omar's own previous speeches. One by one, he dismantled her argument, saying not with insults, but with verifiable truths and an unshakable calm. He quoted economic figures, policy results, and international reactions that left even seasoned journalists flipping through their notes to keep up. Omar tried to interject, but Kennedy never raised his voice, never wavered. His delivery was that of a professor correcting a student, firm, factual, and undeniably effective. "You can have your opinion, Congresswoman," he said, "but you can't have your own facts." Within minutes, the clip began circulating online. Viewers across the country couldn't stop talking about it. On social media, hashtags like #Kennedy vs. Omar and #FactCheckShowdown began trending. Some called it a masterclass in political debate. Others saw it as the moment truth finally caught up with rhetoric. But beyond the political fireworks, there was something deeper in that exchange, a rare reminder of what public discourse could do when facts take center stage. Kennedy's approach wasn't cruel or dismissive. He didn't shout, didn't grandstand. Instead, he reminded the nation that passion without knowledge is just noise. Meanwhile, Omar, to her credit, didn't storm off or fire back with personal attacks. By the end of the hearing, she nodded respectfully, clearly shaken, but perhaps a bit wiser. It was one of those rare Washington moments where, beneath the sparks of confrontation, a genuine conversation took place. In the following days, political commentators dissected every second of the exchange. Some praised Kennedy's courage to speak uncomfortable truths. Others sympathized with Omar, admiring her resilience in facing such a thorough public challenge. But almost everyone agreed on one thing: the country needed more of this, a real dialogue, real accountability, and real courage. And maybe, just maybe, that's why the story struck such a chord. It wasn't just about the senator destroying a congresswoman. It was about truth cutting through the noise. It was about one man's refusal to let emotion replace evidence, and one woman's willingness to stand her ground, even when the ground shook beneath her. As the dust settled, Kennedy later told reporters, "I don't wake up trying to embarrass anyone. I just believe the American people deserve honesty, not spin." That sentiment echoed far beyond the Capitol. People shared the clip not just because it was dramatic, but because it meant something. It reminded viewers that in a time when outrage often drowns out logic, facts still have the power to change minds, and maybe, to restore a bit of hope in the idea that truth still matters. In the end, this wasn't just a viral moment, it was a lesson. No matter how divided the nation becomes, the path forward will always begin with the courage to listen, the humility to learn, and the wisdom to let facts, not fury, lead the way.